A West Dallas woman is reflecting on a year in which much was lost, but also found. As Michelle Fiore discovered, experiences with her now gone but not forgotten father and his beloved beagle have forever changed her outlook on life, the past, present, and future.
He was my best friend ever. I have his Marine picture tattooed on my whole sleeve here.
Daniel Driscoll served his country, a proud Marine. His daughter Danielle was proud of him.
Just it's hard when my phone rings and stuff, and I always think it's my dad, or when I'm having a problem with my car or something, I just want to call him.
In his final days, Danielle was by her dad's side, some 1,500 miles away in Texas. Someone else was at Daniel's side too, his beloved beagle, Little.
Just best friends and snuggle buddies. And
when Daniel passed away from stage 4 lung cancer, Danielle clung to the only piece of life left in her father's home. So when her truck skidded off an icy I-43 on her way back from Texas and rolled some 7 times in Darien, Little was nowhere to be found, and that was devastating.
I just said out loud, just don't die, don't die, don't die. And then I felt like a bunch of cold and my ear was just dripping blood, but I just needed to find my dogs. They were both gone.
Danielle's dog Pickle returned right away, but not Little. That week, the unthinkable. It seemed an entire Darien community was responding to her needs, out looking for Little, posting flyers, putting up a drone, even illegally stopping along I-43. 5 nights later, the owner of West Wind Diner, who patrons affectionately call Mama, solved the mystery.
My God, I'm walking for something and I see him and I'm so happy.
And happily, she notified police, and Danielle got there quick.
We were all crying, and I think I was in shock. I was probably the least emotional.
In shock because she'd been to that diner 37 miles from her West Dallas home many times as a child. Danielle's grandmother used to own it.
The fact that all that happened there was just unbelievable.
Nearly 30 years ago, Danielle's grandmother, Dorothy Wenzel, was murdered in this parking lot, the same lot where Little the Beagle took refuge after that rollover crash.
I don't have any memory of her, almost.
Local press covered the trial extensively. In the end, a conviction for 2 teens, Merrill Painter and Rolando Gonzalez, a former dishwasher at Westwind.
She had given him many chances and then finally did fire him, so it was, I believe, shortly after that he had the idea to rob her because he knew when she took the money out.
Gonzalez is still in prison, but expected to be released next month. Painter was 16 at the time. He got out of prison 7 years later.
And for something, that brutal, for them to get such little time is, I don't know, makes me really mad anyway.
Danielle was just 7 when her grandma died, with no reason to return to the diner until this crazy coincidence.
Just seeing how many stars aligned and stuff is pretty crazy.
Little moved into her new home in West Dallas with multiple injuries.
Good girl.
Not only from the rollover crash, but witnesses also saw the beagle get hit by a car in Darien.
She has some gas around her lungs, so there's definitely some sort of puncture going on in there, and they're bruised real bad.
A month later, after thousands of dollars in vet care, Little's still bandaged up, but walking better and able to thank the woman who saved her life.
Oh, so cute. Oh.
At the diner, the center of it all. It's a special reunion for Little and Mama, but also for Danielle and the diner she hasn't been to in years.
We always had the big round table right here, remember? That big table, and it was always just all the family, and my grandpa and grandma would come, and it's definitely gives me like butterflies, kind of.
27 years later, just looking around floods her memory with images, and she's thankful that in some way, this place kept her dad's dog safe for 5 cold November nights.
Can we hug?
For you, Dad.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for helping find her. I still think it's really bizarre and a crazy coincidence. Just the fact that I survived that crash in general, and both my dogs did, was just a miracle. So the fact that it also happened at the only place around here that I know is just very crazy to me. My dad kind of always wanted me to, become a Christian and stuff like that. I never really got the chance, I guess. I kind of like fought it forever. But now it's like, as soon as he passes and then this all happens, it's definitely makes me think.
While Danielle's dad couldn't be around for her latest car problem, it seems a number of angels were all around.
It'll never feel like real that all that happened.
For Danielle, two big mysteries remain: how she incredibly walked away from that Darien crash with very little injuries, and how Little survived not one, but two accidents, winding up in a parking lot with so much meaning to her family, putting a daughter who loved her dad and a dog who did too together again.
How much does it mean to you to have her home because of that reason?
Everything. It's just, I feel like I have him with me again. Like, I know it sounds cheesy, but it's just like my last part of him, and I needed her, and just having her back is just amazing.
A friend created a GoFundMe page to help take care of Little's vet bills. We'll have a link on CBS58.com.